Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Rimworld. That 7 isn't meant to be there, that's just me hitting on my recording. Anyway, last episode we basically got started and I started explaining some things, and then Davo suggested the name Danbrug, which is something that, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna slap him in the face for that, and we're gonna be like, no, we're gonna call this Bunker Hill. Why? Because we're a bunch of soldiers, we're trapped in the mountains, we're gonna RP the hell out of this. Hell yeah, it's now known as Bunker Hill. Now give me 1 second. We're gonna quickly save the game as Bunker Hill. Never mind all those other saves, those were the Alpha 13 saves. I like to keep some backups. As you could probably see. I also did a lot of modding after my series and in the mill, so plenty of backups, etc. to make sure that we can actually revert to saves if necessary. So yeah, I'm going to be working on my mods and updating them. Meanwhile, we're going to harvest some of these bushes over here. The beautiful thing about these bushes is they hold berries. We can harvest them and we get a lot of food. A lot of food. We can use that if we hunt some animals and we research a thing. We'll get into research in a bit. There we go. Just do all those things, please. And then mind me a corner over here where we're going to place a research bench. And then we'll start looking at research, a vital part of the game. Mental break. Marat is hiding in his room. He's not feeling very good, so he's going to hide in his room because he got disturbed sleep. I've got some bills here for simple meals, fine meals, or even lavish meals. They all take like different ingredient requirements based on what they need. Kai, can you do some mining as well? Yeah, we need to focus on this little corner here. Marat is no longer hiding in his room. Welcome back, buddy. I hope you're feeling better. So that was a minor mental break. They don't last very long, but they can still screw you over, so it's going to be important to try and keep our people happy. Because I did a stream yesterday, and my colony lost eventually, because the one guy, we were playing tribal, and we had difficulty defending ourselves, the one guy that could actually defend us with a pump, with a Lee Enfield basically, a bolt action rifle, he ended up not being able to defend us. Because he was hiding in his room, and then a grenade blew his room up. So he was dazed outside, and then he got killed, and then everyone got killed. It wasn't very good. Research! There is a lot of different things, from stone cutting to shipbuilding. Because we start off as a colony, we get industrial tech level, which basically means there's certain, like, technology levels, and it starts at the basic with Neolithic, which is like tribes people, etc., which is literally, this is the tribes people tech, the lowest you can get. There's 4 tiers. There's Neolithic, there's Medieval, Industrial, which the colony starts at, so you don't have too many research penalties, and then there's Spacer, which is shipbuilding and stuff, and powered armor, charge rifles, etc. Unfortunately, if you have a higher tech, so for example, because we are industrial, we don't get a bonus to researching stone cutting, but if we're not a spacer, we get a penalty to researching things as a spacer. So there you go. I hope that was a clear explanation of how researching works. We are going to be researching pemmican, which is a Neolithic tech. It costs 100% because we have the required tech level, or above. Project base 500, cost becomes 500 for you because of tech level. So we are going to research pemmican, a preserved mixture of meat and plant matter that doesn't go bad for a long time. Basically, pemmican is almost like jerky, although not quite. But basically it can be preserved for like a year. And a year is like, there's 15 days in each season, there's 4 seasons, ergo a year on this planet, on this Rimworld, is 60 days. There you go. We are already at the 4th day of summer, so we're not going to be able to grow many crops. So what we have to do is we're going to have to go out and hunt a lot of animals during the winter, or we have to stack up on pemmican, which doesn't spoil for at least a year. So if we have enough berries from our bushes, and we have a lot of berries, we're going to be able to get a lot of meat from animals, and we can turn that into a lot of pemmican, provided that Davo actually does some research. Now, the way these priorities work, we are working on automated, I wouldn't say automated, but standard priorities for now. We just tell people, hey, you're a patient, you do bed rest, you do wardening, you do cooking. With manual priorities, we can assign them an order. For example, if we want Davo to do research, before anything else, we set it to a 1 priority. We're probably going to switch over to that in between episodes here, but for now I think we can stick to just going like we are. We also have Marat doing some research. Unfortunately, none of our people are interested in it, or are any good at it. So it's going to take us a while to get pemmican researched. We don't have too long, because these berries spoil in like 13 days, unfortunately. It might take us a day or two, but we should be able to do it at some pace. We're still getting more berries in the meanwhile. It's getting a little bit insane. What we're also going to do is we're going to build a wooden wall over here. Build that like 6, that's going to be 7. I'm going to put a door there. Now we don't want to roof any of this. Ooh, we'll take a look at that in a second. First of all, I'd like to have a no roof area, which basically tells the game, I do not want any of this to have a roof. Because it will otherwise automatically assign a zone saying, hey, let's roof this. I'm like, no, I don't want any. So this way the game will keep that in mind and be like, okay, you didn't want that, so we're not going to do it for you. You can always do it yourself later, but we're not going to do it for you now. To which I will say thank you, game, for respecting my choices. This is a great game. It really does help you a lot with managing stuff, etc. It can be tough to get into, but that's why I'm trying to provide a semi-tutorial experience here. You can always ask me questions in the comments, by the way, if there's anything you don't understand. I'd be happy to answer them. Okay, so now we have our little hut over here. Now we had a wanderer join. A villager named Tony has arrived and is joining the colony. She's a criminal surgeon. And she comes wandering over. She has a good armored vest at a terrible quality. She is carrying some silver and some food. And she's gonna help out right away by carrying some berries. She is a jogger, so she is fast, she moves faster. She's a prostophile, which means she wants a bionic body part, so a robot arm basically. There's different things, different types of prosthetics. As simple as a wooden peg leg, to as advanced as a super bionic arm that gives you extra carrying and manipulation efficiency. There's also just a regular prosthetic arm, which is a little bit less useful than a normal arm, but it's better than having no arm at all. Look at the amount of berries we have. We have over 1400. This is getting a bit insane. Thankfully, we can always use our pemmican, or at least convert them into pemmican, and basically stockpile because the winter is always coming. And pemmican can go for a year without being refrigerated, so that would be wonderful. I think our turkey meat actually went out. Now we do have a bit of research going, finally. But it's taking ages. Is there any way to boost that up, you might ask? There is, but we'd need a high-tech research bench. I really thought those required a technology, but apparently that was reverted or something. You used to have a technology that you needed to research to be able to build a high-tech research bench. But yeah, we still can't build one even if we have the stuff for it, because it requires electricity. And we don't have any electricity set up right now, unfortunately. We're gonna keep digging here though, we might be able to find some ore. And we can dig some bedrooms here at some point. Now this should be able to hold on to some heat, but it's also gonna get cold in the winter. So we'll be placing some torches there, etc. to help cool things down. We can start digging like a room over here. Now I don't want to make a bedroom over here because it's close to the entrance of the base. And this is going to be the secure part of the base, so we'd rather not have that exposed to the outside. As you do, so we're going to dig a doorway over here. And then Murat can now access that one room. Or Kai. You know what, I'll just tell all our people here. Unless you're Engie, you don't have to do that. Now we've got a 5th person, which is pretty interesting. We have more people to do work with. Tony's not going to do any research. You have nothing to do in that. You're a good hunter though, although I'd rather not have you hunting. Because you are a melee character. And melee characters tend to get hurt. Badly. Which is not what we want to have right now. Now we're digging a little room here that can serve as a kitchen. So we're going to have to start thinking about a design. We could go and make it one longer. Oh boy! A group of pirates from the Manic Alligators have arrived nearby. They are attacking immediately. It is a single person with a marble club. I should be terrified right now, but I'm not, honestly. Now we're going to go get our military out. Because we have something to say about all of this. As we do. There's Dafo. Excellent. We're gonna get everyone up over here. We're gonna form a shooting line. Depending on where Darcy decides to go over there. Go over there. NG can go over there. And now we have a firing line. And we have a hail of bullets flying towards brave Darcy there. And she's down. We can capture her. She has a passion for melee. She's a good cook. Good artist. Neurotic, so she works faster but has a higher mental break threshold. Which, as we've seen earlier, can cause them to wander around in the rooms or attack people on our side. But given that she's a good cook, we might want to take her even if she is old. She has a bad back, which doesn't help her carry stuff. She is bleeding heavily, so we're going to have to move fast if we want to do this. We're going to throw a temporary bed in here, because we need a secure location where nobody else is sleeping in order to lock her up. There we go, that entire room is now designated for prisoners. We're going to capture Darcy, we're going to leave the club, and then people can go back to their jobs and things that they need to do. We're going to also place another bed over here. Because we have a 5th person now. Tony, and she needs to sleep somewhere. There's a lot of females in this colony. Not that I'm complaining or anything. Like, I don't really mind what setup there is. It's just curious, you know? Now we're going to be digging ourselves in at some point. We actually have quite a bit of wood, which is nice. That means we'll be able to get a fuel generator up, which we can use to get some energy going. Basically burn wood for energy. Which is very viable in this game. That's a bush we can harvest. We're gonna have so many berries. Now unfortunately we're not gonna be able to harvest those berries during the winter. Of course. It's gonna be a bit hard. What's our best doctor? It's obviously Tony. I'd like Tony to do the taking care of our prisoner here. Now she's not gonna get any medicine, which we can tell by going to the prisoner tab here. She gets doctor care but no medicine. We can give her herbal medicine, but we're not growing any. We can give her normal medicine, but I want to save that for like illnesses, etc. Or we could give her Glitterworld medicine if we have any. And I don't want to. We're going to tell you to be chat and recruit, and we can take a look at your health now. If we're not selecting a bed. You can see we're slowly patching her up, her bleed rate is stopping, so she'll live. She just needs a lot of time, and those wounds might get infected. Which is what I'm saving up our medicine for. And that was some good doctor training for Tony here. Almost, over halfway to level 13, which is nice. So this will serve as like our kitchen area. So then what do we need after a kitchen? We need a storage facility for our meals. A freezer, if you will. Where we can keep our stuff cool and nice. We're gonna dig out the wall over here. So we can put power lines through the walls. And then we'll slowly start moving our stuff inside over here. We're gonna keep the shed for now. Although people are getting a bit grumpy because they are sleeping together in the same room and they don't like it. They prefer to have their own room. Which we will give them at some point, I'm sure. Just not right now. We're gonna replace this with wooden walls for now. Because wood is cheap and we have a lot of it. We can literally grow it outside our walls. Which is nice. Now people are feeling pretty okay. They're eating raw meals. Like they're eating raw food. Thankfully it's berries, so they don't really mind. They quite like berries, as it is. Right, so we have dug out these walls. We're going to place that over there. Now this should be a 7-length room by now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we can put a door in the middle here. Very important. I'm going to make this double walls. There we go. We're going to mine all of that. We're going to start making walls over here. And then a double walls for good isolation and all that. We're going to make a very well protected freezer. Which can double as a sort of semi-fallback room or something. I don't know, we can always improvise. Bunker Hill will be untakeable. And it's definitely not inspired by any, like, Civil War fighting or anything. Those are just silly accusations. Those are research coming along. It is not happening at all. That is very annoying. We need to get our meat up. Oh, Jesus Christ. We need to get some meat from animals and turn it into pemmican so that we can eat food throughout the winter. We're actually nearly ready to harvest our crops here, which will mean a massive overflow of stuff. Which might be really bad for us. There we go, that's going to be the beginning of our freezer. We'll put a door over here. There we go. We're not going to put a door over there yet. Because why would we? We're going to make our freezer slowly but surely. Now the thing about a freezer is, it needs a cooler. It can be found under temperature and they require both components. Which means it is advanced machinery and needs lots of little bolts and things like that. And microchips and everything that basically is like... For example, the microphone I'm talking into, it's technically made out of components. So there's going to be a lot of that, and those components can break down. So you have to put new components in. Also, I can't believe you're building this wall that way. Seriously. Of all the ways you can build a wall, you have to do it like that. I am disappointed in you right now. There we go, we are harvesting our rice here. And we are planting some new rice after that, which is good. We have Kai taking care of our crops, which is nice. Basically, the higher growing skills, the less chance there is of failing the harvest. Because, oh yes, you can screw up harvesting, you won't have any food. So you want to have good people that are good at growing, looking after your stuff. Otherwise, you're in for a bad time. There we go, we're doing more mining over here. We're gonna make room in this freezer. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of chance to recruit Darcy. Thankfully, it's not impossible, but it's definitely not easy at this point. But having a 6th person in our colony would be massively beneficial to us. We're gonna make a bigger room here. because we can. And we'll start making double walls over here. Put like a double wooden wall over here. Now the important thing is to plan ahead. Make a big freezer. Make sure that you can actually store your food there. Because food is important. If you don't have enough food, you'll die. A horrible, horrible death. We're gonna run a power conduit through the wall. That is actually possible. It will still connect. I'm gonna place one over there as well. Now, exposed power conduits that are lying around on the ground, they're ugly. People don't like to look at them. You know, that's just how it goes. It's not clean looking. We're gonna haul all these stones out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make some dumping stockpiles, which is where we will designate to be dumping bodies, etc. I'm gonna make like defensive structures all around here, because I think it looks cool. We're gonna then delete that bit of the zone, there we go. We're gonna have some dumping stockpiles that will look like we're sort of trying to defend this area. And then we can just put a giant stockpile around the corner over here, where we will throw bodies, etc. A group from Camino Braixo, a tribe by the look of things. Yep, they're wearing tribal wear, they're armed with short bows, etc. Great bows and all that. They're basically wandering through our land and being like, hey, we walk through your bedroom, we have stuff to trade. Yeah, these people, they tend to trade like food, etc. We might actually be able to sell them some berries, because we have a lot of food. We don't know what to do with it at this point. We're going to sell the marble club, because it is not good quality. We can buy one herbal medicine, but I'm not really tempted to do so. We're going to sell this 9 stack of rice, because we can. And then we can tell them, hey, I want to sell you 200 berries. That is actually more than they can afford, so we're going to go down to 190. 188 berries and 9 rice. And we get 178 silver. Which is represented by a dollar sign because, well, everyone knows that the dollar stands for currency. Even if you don't know what the precise currency in the game is. You see money, you know, yep, that's money. Now we're going to place a cooler over here. There we go. Oh, I think we actually did spend more metal on that one power conduit there because we failed the building, which is very annoying. But yeah, now we have infrastructure set up for a cooler over here to work. As soon as we have a source of power. Any source of power will do. We can place down batteries, and they're not going to explode because I made sure they won't explode by turning off that event, which is nice. We can literally place down a fuel generator over here. We can't run a wire through the marsh, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go and... I don't know how do we do this. We're not going to put it down there on second thought. We can't build it on the marsh, unfortunately. Because it's all wet and it would sink away. We might have to build a temporary one inside, actually. Which is not the worst thing in the world. We'll get Engie to build it, and then we'll be okay. Poor mood alert. Tony is not too happy. Yeah. Naked because you don't have any pants or a shirt. Disturbed sleep, ugly bedroom, shared bedroom, lacks a bionic body part. Because she is a prostophile, she really wants a bionic arm, etc. We don't have any yet, so we can't give her any. Which is very annoying. But such is the way of things. We're going to be running a power conduit over there, and then we can start putting wood in there, which will give us power. And then we'll be able to start using our cooler. Though we need to actually finish the wall first. That help a lot. But technically we're now cooling over here. Crap, I need to turn this around. That is a minor oversight. We're cooling this. We're heating that while we're supposed to be cooling that. I am a genius. Also, I want to deconstruct this wooden wall. We'll cancel this. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, then please do leave a like down below. Leave a comment if you have anything to say. And until next time, have a good one, folks.